know. Do you think it's harder for male talent nowadays than it was when you were in the business back in the day? Because I feel like there's a lot of dudes like going ahead and getting like the robotic implants and like all this crazy stuff like nowadays that I don't necessarily know.
Do guys really do that in our industry?
Literally, no. Like the robot. Yes, yeah. I can name.
Wait, how many robots are out there? How do I don't know about this? Do you know? Because you can like
No, I can feel the button in their balls.
Really?
No, it's amazing.
The button in my balls. Sounds like a Christmas song. Like, the button in my balls. The button in my balls. I just press the button in my balls.
It's so amazing because, like, of course, they all have egos, so they want to like overfill their to the point that it's like way too hard. And I'll just reach down there, and like it seems like I'm playing with their balls on the camera, but really I'm just pressing the valve to deflate it to my like ideal size.
Wait, fuck off! Really?
No, I've dead ass done that.
Wait, okay. How come this is the first time I've heard about this? Okay, we are not talking about guys shooting their dicks up, right?
No. We're not talking about the needles. We're not talking about caverject. We're talking about the actual implant that you get where it's like a balloon inside of your phallus that you... Okay, so like there's a valve in your dick.
I have heard this from people like who like are like paralyzed, like paraplegics getting this.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that like regular porn performers got it.
Oh, dude. Okay, so like we have... Eventually, if you're using caverject enough, which like a huge portion of the male talent pool are using it now with like increasing frequency because it's becoming to the point now where like that's becoming the standard practice. So the natural guys get really scared about the idea of like, well, what if I just
having a bad day on set?
Yeah, what if I just have a slightly natural dick and it takes me like 20 minutes longer than the dude that shoots up?
This is absolutely true because like those are the people that you don't hire back because that's an extra 20 minutes that you have to pay. It's like, yeah. I mean, I selfishly will hire the guys that get boners the fastest and are the most consistent and
right
are the strongest.
Yeah, so like when the caverject came along, it's kind of like juicing. It's kind of like the steroids of porn. So like when caverject came along and guys were injecting their dicks to the point that they were instantly hard and whatever, like that was cool and whatever, but you're putting a expiration date on your penis at that point. So like I know a 31-year-old male talent who's been in 4 years who just got an implant because I mean I don't know if he's exactly 31. I know he's like early 30s, but somewhere in there. But like, and he's only been in a handful of years. And he just got the implant because he used caverject so much and so many days that like it stopped working. And like you can't go back from caverject to like Viagra. Like you can't go backwards. So you can only go forwards into these robotic implants. So like not robotic. They're not. I just call them affectionately a robot dick. But like the implant thing with the button, that's permanent. That's forever. You can't have. You don't wake up with morning wood after that. You just have a button that you control from
so you can never get a boner on your own.
It might get a little bit chubbier from what I've heard, but not like all the way because the apparatus, like the vein that controls that at like the underside of their dick, you've now hijacked. You've put this valve that you control with a shut on or a shut off button and like the base of your balls, and like you've replaced that with like a balloon in the dick. There's like 2 balloons that go in that kind of like have replaced the function of those 2 big veins in your dick.
Do you see my eyes right now?
I know.
My mind is blown.
Dude, like when they
I feel like I never worked in porn at all. How do I not know this?
Well, you shoot a lot of GG.
That's true. I shoot a lot of girl.
Yeah.
I don't shoot a ton of boy-girl.
But like the whole like whatever kind of like implant that they use, oftentimes you have to get like revision surgeries, like it's all this crazy stuff. And I mean...
Okay, wait. How does... Okay, so you press a button and it fills with fluid?
Blood.
It fills with blood. So it opens like a valve that fills it with blood.
So
it pumps your own blood into it.
Yeah, it's like just like diverting from like that big artery that you have down there. Is it your femoral? I don't remember exactly. But whatever. There's like a big artery at the base of your balls that like you are diverting blood flow into your dick through it. And then like when you want it to go down, you like press the button again and you just squeeze the dick and you kind of wring it out like a sponge. Like you just squeeze it really hard and like all of the blood flow goes back in.
Wow.
To your body.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, how does that make any difference with the ability to come? Does it make it harder or easier, do you know? Or is it the same?
That's a great question. I do not have a penis, so I've never gotten
I
that
need to
far.
get a guy who actually has one and is openly admit he has one, which I feel
I'll give you some names at
give
the
me
end
some
of it.
names.
I
I
feel
seriously doubt that they'll come on the podcast and talk about it, though.
I feel like one person that I know is like particularly proud of the fact that they got one. They're like, well, I'm a fucking professional. Like, I do what it takes to get the job done.
That's true.
Like, this is the level of dedication that I have to.
You can't argue with that. It's not logical to me.
It is, like, it totally is on the one hand, but like on the other hand, I'm like, there's something kind of like sad about it to me at the same time.
But also too, don't we have insanely unreasonable expectations for these men?
Like, that's more so what I'm saying. It's like, okay, you're gonna do something to like permanently change the course of your sex life, because this will change like the way that your sex life happens in some ways. Like, you're gonna change that for a job that pays you $300 to $1,000 for the 5 to 10 bookings that you get a month. Like, I mean, I don't know. I think the median income for a male talent can't be more than 50 to 75K, and like the median, I'm saying, like the median income for San Fernando. Like, if we're just talking about people that are like strictly, like, not talking about like OnlyFans or stuff like that. But I'm like, would I really like take my whole dick out, basically take the whole insides of my dick out and replace it with a balloon for $50K a year? I don't know. But at the same time,
women do that with their boobs.
I was about to say that. I was like, we have all of these expectations of like women modifying their bodies to like make them better and more sexually appealing. Mm-hmm. So I guess if you want to give yourself a performative edge, like, that's totally great. But at the same time, though, like, if you have augmented breasts and you are doing porn, like, your augmented breasts have no competitive impact on my natural breasts. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's cool. But like, if you're juicing basically and we're competing for the same positions and you have this competitive edge over me as a natural person, like, that's gonna have an impact on my income. You know what I mean?
You're talking about from a guy's perspective.
Yeah, from like the guy's
because
perspective.
you can't tell, like, you can tell fake boobs from real boobs, right? Pretty much 99.9% of the time.
Right.
With the male penis thing, you obviously can't, because I fucking couldn't tell.
Well, and like, if you have it or if you don't, like, it doesn't really like impact your likelihood. I don't know, like, as long as your dick is reliable and you're like reasonably attractive and can like fuck good, like, I don't think that the talent will, like, that the audience will care if the talent is got a robot dick. If anything, they'll be like, sick, man, that's fucking cool. You can get a boner
like, where do I get that from?
Yeah, right? Yeah. I never have to worry about getting hard for a woman ever again. Like, cool. For the low price of $70,000 in a foreign country.
Is that how much? No.
Is
that how much it is?
I mean, that's what I heard. But
yeah, because do they not do it here?
I think that it's, sorry, it might be $70K in the United States, and then people go outside of the United States because it's significantly cheaper.
I kind of can't believe that, like, people aren't like trying to advertise